And we're back. All right. It is time to finish the game. I know. I'm nervous and excited, and I hope it doesn't take 6 hours.
Yeah, same.
Like, I don't see how it can at this point, though.
Depends on if we get talking.
Like, there's nobody left. It really comes down to...
Well, we're gonna have to talk to Vera, I guess, if she's...
Well, she's in hospital. She's basically dead.
Is she?
She's in hospital with atrocanine poisoning.
But that doesn't mean she's dead.
They've inferred that, like, she's dying. Like, nobody survives.
Okay. I thought she got away with it because... Well, not away with it, but away with death, at least. Because she only ingested small amounts through her nails.
Over the course of 7 years.
Yeah, but it's still only small amounts.
So...
Did he bring her new bottles every time, I wonder? Because the one she had originally had pink liquid in it. And the one she has now doesn't. Does it?
Or it could just be nearly empty, so it's been...
It would not last for 7 years if she's painting her nails every day.
Look, this game has let us bring evidence across time. I don't think how long the bottle lasts is going to matter much. So...
Chat's still alive? Look at you and all your followers. You've like double the followers I do.
Well, I would like more. You know, I would like to hit that 800 mark this summer.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
What am I up to now? 361. I'd like to hit 400. One of the reasons I'd like to marathon this week.
You need to, like, I'm not calling you out, but you need to stream more consistently. You go, hey, I'm back, and then disappear for a week.
Yeah.
And then it's 2.
It's called being chronically ill. I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Can you not be? Like, is that an option? Have you tried?
I wish I thought of that.
Yeah, like, you hadn't tried just, like, getting some fresh air or something, no?
Going for a walk.
Yeah. Right.
Sure reminds me of arguing with my mother.
That kind of was what I was going for.
Yeah. Why don't you go out for a walk? Because I was born with twisted feet. Were you not there? I mean, I do go walking.
You're putting that on, sure.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with you.
Just made up the shape of my bones.
Mm-hmm. It's AI.
AI, yeah. My feet definitely look like AI feet. Oh.
All right. Well, look. Let's get into things.
Let's go.
Let's go. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant Vera Masham innocent or guilty? The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin?
No.
Oh, wow.
I said no.
Courtroom number 3. Preparations complete.
Phoenix, I said no.
Something inside me, rising, surfacing.
Are we Apollo now? Ah! Epilepsy warning.
Something important. Lost long ago. It's close now. So close. I'm so close. October 9th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3.
What year?
Court is now in session for the trial. The Great Phoenix ignores your objections for,
for only his objections count. Let go up here. After we started again.
Court is now in session for the trial of Vera Misham. Yes.
Get nervous.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution's ready to rock. Prosecutor Gavin, how is the defendant with Vera Misham's condition?
He reacted really strangely. You see where the ... is?
Yeah.
That's where his eyes opened up, so he's like, he went, how is the defendant Vera Misham's condition?
Acute atrocanine poisoning, according to her physician.
I'll have that if I drink the can downstairs.
She could die at any time. Thus, her absence from the courtroom today.
What?
Oh hey, you get to talk.
They can't put her back on trial without her being here.
It is unusual.
They should wait for her to get better and do it then.
It's
so bureaucratic of them.
That's being a little harsh. They can't delay the trial any longer, or they risk having no one left to try. A trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tell us this.
Even if you die, you can still be... You can't be convicted of a crime, but you can, you know, be found guilty of it.
Mm-hmm. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on. Right. If Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not going to let that happen. Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. I'm going to get Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time.
You think she's gonna have magical antidote?
I honestly couldn't say. Very well. Your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin. The prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Advises Vera Misham succumbs to poison because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she's done. That's not how that works.
Nope.
But Vera was poisoned with atrocanine, the exact same poison that took her father's life. Oh wait. But Vera was poisoned with atrocanine, the exact same poison that took her father's life. I gotta have that creak to it, because he's got his cords of steel! What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have had access to the poison.
Hasn't she been in detention all this time?
Significant, since it's rather hard to come by. That is true. In other words, I see no needs for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no objections, I see no reason to postpone a verdict. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Misham is the victim, not the killer. If that's so, then you have to prove something. She was in court, giving her testimony before us.
Do you think the atrocanine poisoning isn't because she put it on her nails, but because she bites her nails?
Yeah.
Mm.
How do you propose her killer poisoned her? Because didn't they say it's one of those ones that has to get into the system?
Yeah, you have to ingest it.
So.
I mean, you have pores on your nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're even if you're biting your nails, even if you do away with the scraps, your tongue and your gums and all are still like.
Yeah, but no, what I mean is if she wasn't biting her nails, you'd still ingest it that way. That's why your nails can turn yellow from certain things, or...
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told her who her mystery killer was.
You really want us to tell?
The prosecution's objection is sustained. I ask the defense to prove its claims to this court. Tell us how Vera Misham was poisoned. I've got two things to prove here. Who did it and how? Which to hit first? I guess how.
Because we have to show them the bottle before we show them a matching bottle.
Yeah, or who gave her the bottle.
Have we ever tested the bottle?
No.
We have the spray. We have her bottle?
The game never prompted us to.
Oh, okay.
How did the killer poison Vera Misham? We'll first focus on the method used. Any comments before we begin? Prosecutor Gavin. Not a bottle or container of the poison was found on the defendant's body. I see. So the vector of poisoning is unknown. Look at Judge using big words like vector. Is the defense prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Misham? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Misham? Oh, it's still here. I thought he took it back.
He took it back from Phoenix, but we know...
What was on it because of the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure.
We don't have her one as well? Yeah, so it's gotta be that, yeah. He just threw a glass bottle at Judge.
Judge should be dead. What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle.
It's quite a dangerous bottle.
Oh yeah. I'd like to give whoever designed that a hand. Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Ah. Something the matter? No, nothing. Nothing at all. Oh.
Kristoff's wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Stupid sexy Kristoff. Oh, so that's less than and a ah.
Yeah, he recognized it.
Yeah.
That was more of a uh-oh.
So, the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it. As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish. Nail polish? It's like paint for nails. Know any women with red nails? Ah, my wife has red nails. I see.
Oh, George.
So she's been painting them all this time.
George, please.
You're not this dumb! Really?
You've been smart for this whole game. What happened?
Let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? Court is now back in session. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. There you go.
Okay, I don't have to talk.
Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails. Her nails. Ah. Prosecutor Gavin? When the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails? Bailiff, have them check the defendant's nails at once. Mr. Justice. Yeah? Do you know who did this? Do you know who put poison in that nail polish? Yes. That bottle belongs to Vera Misham. Why do you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this? No, it's just checking. Mr. Justice. Oh, Gavin's... I'm looking forward to bringing Clavier's world down around him. I really am. Mr. Justice, you are about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish. Please dispense with the chatter. You realize the weight of this accusation. Here, let me show you. Oh god, 2 bars. Oh, understood, Your Honor. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time. Then, let us ask, who poisoned Vera Misham via her nail polish?
I made the game answered it for you.
Yeah? What's this? Christoph Gavin?
Objection! I didn't say prosecutor.
Yeah. What's your game? My bro, there's no way he could do a thing like that. You should know that better than anyone else. Indeed. He is behind bars. I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did. What? Ask yourselves when he put the poison in the bottle. It could have been yesterday, it could have been a month ago, maybe it was a year ago, or perhaps it was 7 years ago. But Christoph Gavin had no motive for killing this poor girl. It's simply inconceivable. Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so.
Look at that sweat.
That face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, if you feel there is a clear and pressing need, then we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness. Yes. Fine. I've known for some time that an impenetrable darkness lurks at the bottom of this. A darkness that has swallowed even myself.
Did you write a song about it?
Okay. The defense's wish is granted. Let prisoner Christoph Gavin takes a stand. Bailiff, begin proceedings to call a special witness. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13 at Central Prison. Ah, Your Honor. How nice to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never.
I don't know, you leave it, so where do you go?
I think you already know, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Ah, Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself. Why do I feel like somehow he's still my boss?
Stiff upper lip, Apollo. You can do it.
Does this bottle look familiar? Ariadone nail polish. Why, yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear. She's not dead yet! And? Was there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me? I admit, I respect her for her taste in nail polish. Her taste, indeed. His nail polish was how Vera Masham was poisoned. Atracanine, was it? You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin.
Well, she wasn't drinking gin.
Even in solitary, much comes to my desk, and I have nothing to do but read. Well, Clavier? Maybe you can explain this? You're being accused again. By him. Again. Ah. And? You agree with his accusation, do you? Let's hold a proper trial, shall we?
No more chit-chat.
Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'd be delighted. The charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of the poisoning of the defendant, Vera Masham. Please testify on this matter to the court.
You're just going to claim he gave her the bottle, but there was no poison in it?
Probably, yeah.
Do we have to go back in time and test it? And bring it forward?
Poisoning Vera. Owning the same nail polish does not a murderer make. I have been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself. Surely you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father too? I think you've talked too much there, Gavin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm afraid the defense's claim is sounding rather unlikely. Naturally. For one, I don't even know the Mashams.
Lies!
Isn't that so, Mr. Justice?
You glimmerous liar! A lying fop!
Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination. I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss. But I know he poisoned the Mashams. The question is, when could he have done it? Not to mention, why? Okay, we know why. And Apollo, you should know based on all of Phoenix's camera trickery.
He watched everything that we just watched.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he know these things?
I'm gonna bracelet statement 5, because that feels a bit talk too muchy.
Mm.
And it's hard to tell because his expression changes like every...
I suppose he lies when he does the anime glasses thing. Ooh!
Oh, that's...
I can see a scar on the back of his hand.
That has to be...
Did you do with the glasses? Oh! Ew!
Yeah, something like ran through his hand?
Ugh.
Oh, it's veins! Oh!
Veins.
Oh god, look at the skull!
Ah! He's possessed! No wonder she thinks he's the devil.
Gotcha!
It was you who killed Drew Masham. Huh. A bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright. Oh, really? But you see, I saw it.
We can't call it Apollo's cock ring anymore. His mother gave it to him.
Yeah, that makes it a bit... Well, I thought that makes it a bit squicky. Right when you said her father too, your hand tensed unnaturally, and a little devil appeared to give me the news. And let's assume, for the sake of argument, that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? And tell me, was Drew Masham fond of nail polish too? Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get to someone's mouth. Ah. Then I must be very talented indeed. You see, Drew Masham was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement cell at Central Prison. If that's not an alibi, then I don't know what is. But you found a way all the same.
Even if he didn't do it years and years ago, I feel like he's powerful, that he could have got someone to do it for him.
Yeah.
It's not that unbelievable that he could be in jail and kill someone.
Yeah, he feels like he's, like... Being in jail is just kind of... dress up.
Yeah.
Like, he still has contacts, he's still... You know, he's still owed favors, he can pull strings.
That's why he was probably out of his cell. Like, I was joking that he was taking a shit, but you know.
Could have been.
Could have been off making a phone call he's not allowed to be making, you know.
Yeah.
He gives that vibe.
And I found it too. That's a new face. This is how you poisoned Mr. Masham.
Sam?
I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. The night Mr. Masham died, he was seen writing a letter. Atroquinine was found on this stamp, Mr. Gavin. So, am I to understand this stamp was the murder weapon? Yes, you are. Oh, and yes. This stamp was found in your prison cell. Oof.
Okay.
I was fully expecting the chains.
Yeah.
I was like, is Phoenix standing beside us for this one? That is all, Your Honor. Order! 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 Poison on the back of that stamp. After Drew Masham was killed, someone paid a visit to this witness's cell. Phoenix Wright.
Daddy?
That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Masham write you a letter. That's how you killed him. What? My. You've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice. All you need to do is recall witness Spark Brushell's testimony. Well, that's the thing, see? After he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Masham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. His desk drawer? Yes, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp, and quote. He was looking for a stamp. Ergo, he had no intention of using this stamp. What are you getting at? What I'm arriving at is that this commemorative stamp was in a frame. It was a mere coincidence that he used it that night. That would seem to be the case. Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence. He does have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use that stamp?
She explicitly told him to use that stamp. when sending back whatever he was sending back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder. So we have to present the red envelope now because the letter with those instructions is in that.
Yeah.
What? Really, Clavier? You should be seeing through these weak-spined bluffs by now. He's right, though. How could anyone have known Mr. Misham would use the stamp that night? Least of all Christoph Gavin locked away in his cell. Well, it seems that the defense has run out of things to say. You assume he had something to say in the first place.
He's just holding the idiot ball. Give him a second.
I believe the defense's bluff has been called. The defense's bluff? I'm not sure I agree with you there, Christoph. Clavier?
Do you think his brother won't go against it?
Honestly, I wanted to believe you. But the defense wasn't trying to get away with a bluff. You were, Christoph. What are you saying, Prosecutor Gavin? Hair, forehead. What was your accusation again? Huh? Oh, it was that this poison stamp killed Drew Misham, ja? To which my brother responded thusly. There was no way to know when Misham would use the stamp. Yes, that's right. Which is why it couldn't have been planned. Tell me, it needs to be planned. Why? Why couldn't it have been a coincidence? The defense's case is simply that Drew Misham died by that stamp. That's all. Coincidence? Christoph, you tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject.
Yeah, he never planned to do it on a certain date or,
If that's not bluffing, what is it? What are you up to, Clavier? I could ask you the same question, Christoph.
Are they twins?
No, he's older.
He's older. Okay.
Like 32, 24.
Ah, yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Quite a gap.
I silence the defense with the fewest words possible. It's called efficiency. But Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony. Very well, I shall take his claim head on then. Justice? What? You accuse me of Drew Misham's murder, yes? Then, allow me to ask you, what possible reason could I have to kill a painter?
Apollo! Motive! He's talking about a motive!
Indeed. It's hard to see how an attorney could come to want to kill a painter. Now here's something. Why didn't he bring up the motive from the beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose.
So, what does it mean?
It means there might be a weak spot. Maybe I have some evidence to prove a motive. A motive for murder. This is a vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider this when making your statement. I'd say it's about this vital. Another 2 bars. Well, that's pretty vital. Well, Mr. Justice, I'm going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence. Then, Let's see what you have for us. What reason did Christoph Gavin have for wanting to murder Drew Misham? So, I think it's one of two.
Okay.
It's this, or it's this.
Because he's the one who
Commissioned
that, yeah.
Yeah. So...
We've no proof that he sent that.
we've no proof he did the forgery either. But this mentions the stamp, and that can loop back around to how you could plan for him to use a stamp, even if by coincidence.
Yeah. He got the stamp in that letter. And then wrote back to you with it after the instruction, then this told him to write back.
Yeah.
So it's kind of obvious that you're the one who sent it.
Yeah.
Where else would he get your address at?
Let's go with the letter.
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay.
Christoph Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Drew Misham's studio in the first place. And why was that? Forgery, Your Honor. Go back. Oh, okay, so I guess either would have worked.
Ah, okay.
Cool. I love when the game does that. Go back 7 years. Drew Misham accepts his first job creating forged evidence. I've seen that before. A page from a diary, wasn't it? Magnifique Grammarized diary.
You remember that, but you don't know what nail varnish is.
Ah, when attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge, yes? This was the evidence he presented to his loss. This evidence is a fake, yes. But did Mr. Wright request the forgery be made? That was never proven. The defense attorney on that case was Phoenix Wright, who, other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it. And why would they? Just out of curiosity, do you remember this letter? This is the first page.
Funny how all the handwriting in this game is the same font.
Oh yes, yeah. Like they could have changed it up a little
Yeah.
to make you believe it's this person's handwriting, it's this person's handwriting. Especially for these kind of remakes where it's going to be on a bigger screen. I could almost understand the originals because...
It would need to be clear on a little screen.
Yeah, because Apollo Justice was a DS game, not even 3DS. So, like what? Yay size screen? So I can understand needing clear, legible font for that, but for a remake like this, you could have... There's plenty of handwriting fonts that are license free.
Yeah, but you know Magnifi and Christoph do not have
this handwriting. Yeah, exactly.
They have over-the-top posh handwriting.
And this is the second. Those were presented in court yesterday. This letter was sent to Drew Misham by the client who requested that forgery. The enclosed stamp was none other than the poison commemorative stamp. Drew Misham drew his last breath just the other day. However, the motive for his murder was already 7 years old. 7 years old? The client who requested this forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery. To keep them from talking? But he made a mistake. You're up?
Oh. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians, so I kept it. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much.
The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poison stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years, and somehow the poison still worked.
Mm-hmm. Same way it worked for 7 years in a nail varnish bottle.
Yeah. Herr Forehead. Do you understand what you're telling us? The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisons the stamp. And it was Phoenix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding the two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Misham was none other than Phoenix Wright. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. The evidence just turned it into that.
Sorry, but that's not how this is gonna go down. Oh, then how will it go down? I checked through the records on that case when I found this. 7 years ago, just before the trial began.
Oh, old boy! Here.
Oh, what's this?
I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair.
When has Kristoff ever called Phoenix old boy? How are you do? Ah, Phoenix Wright. How are you doing, my old boy?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, Zach has called him old boy. And one more thing, we need to get that movie.
Which?
Old Boy.
Old boy? We have old boy.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
have the trilogy.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the Vengeance trilogy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the remake?
No, I refuse.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've heard it's terrible.
I mean, American remakes of like Japanese horror movies or serial movies always are, aren't they?
Korean.
Is it?
Yeah.
Old Boy's?
Old boy's Korean.
God, it's been so long since I've seen it. Hmm. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. I understand that I am asking the impossible of you. Yeah, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. And that was enough. Phoenix Wright was put on the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request a forgery. The day before? Here's a question. Just who was Shady Enigmar's previous defense attorney? No, this can't all be. But it is all true. There was another man, a defense attorney with a badge on his collar. It was you, Kristoff Gavin. Hey, Kerbal, welcome in.
Welcome in.
Order, order, order. I love that rainbow. That waterfall of emojis. What is the meaning of this? Witness, I mean defendant, former lawyer. Let me begin by denying this. Objection! It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin. And impossible to prove if you can't. Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Felix Wright's claim? That would be difficult.
Trucy know?
I'm afraid this line of inquiry won't yield.
Trucy should still know who handed her that piece of paper.
Head forehead. Are you sure you don't have evidence? What's wrong? Sorry.
What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks clammy.
Evidence. Evidence that shows this man, Christoph Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago. Clavier? Just prove it! Clear up these doubts now, or I swear I'm off this case. I mean, you should be anyway, it's your brother.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, like, there's...
The minute he was called as a witness, you should have been escorted out and someone else brought in.
Yeah.
How you doing, Kerbal?
How's your day going?
You must have thought of some evidence, Apollo. Is it the letter back to him? Take your spell off my daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. That darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him. And proof is the only way I can.
He's getting disconnected from the chat.
Nah, it does that.
I'm goodly, just finished playing SMT, made a polycule in it.
Ooh.
Interesting. Are they all tasty tomatoes? Prosecutor clamming. None of that is coming up on my screen. What the heck?
Oh, what proves Christoph Gavin's link to Drew Masham? Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Christoph Gavin requested a forgery of Drew Masham's 7 years ago.
That should be Drew Masham's or off Drew Masham,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Prove it. It can be proven. Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence does not... Are you telling the truth, Apollo Justice? I am. Then I say we give him the benefit of the doubt. Very well. But if you're wrong about this,
You die.
be prepared for a penalty.
I mean, is it the yellow letter?
Oh, he got an
Oh.
objection. Your Honor, you do the defense an injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his Holy shit!
I was right when I said you die.
Should the penalty not match his passion? I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. Yeah, he hasn't.
No.
These games, I don't want to say they got easier, but they certainly didn't do that to you
No.
since, like, maybe the first game?
Ooh. They do that in the first game?
I think it's... No! Is game 2 the miracle never happened?
Unsure.
Is that the case with the killer and the actor with the scars? Is that the miracle never happened case?
I'm not sure. I can't remember which game was which.
That might have been the second
Which
one.
cases were in which game, I mean.
Yeah, I think that's the second one. So that might have been... But yeah, no, it has been a long time since we've seen 4 bars worth of a penalty. But that is... Whoa.
I feel like Judge would have done that when we were accusing Dahlia because he thought she was so pretty.
I could see that as well, yeah. I guess we go with it.
So is it the letter then? The other letter?
Well, Mr. Justice, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Christoph Gavin to Drew Misham. And I have something that clearly does the job.
Does the letter say Mr. Gavin or...
Well, fine, I don't...
I know it's signed by Drew Misham, but does it say... Can you read it? I mean, it's a link either way.
There's an address on here, and a name I've never heard of.
So it does say David something.
David something, so Christoph used a fake name.
Although it does look like it says Christio or something.
At least I think so. It's too blurry to read. Like,
Why is it too blurry to read? You have the actual thing in your hand.
I thought it was like Krishna or something when we were looking at it in the cell.
There's not enough letters for it to be Krishna or Krisher, maybe.
Well, there's definitely a C or something, but that could be a
K-or.
A K or even. Yeah.
K-R-I-S-T-E-O is what I see.
Christio?
Christio? David Christio? I don't know. David Gavin, same thing.
Are we not allowed to open it? No, we're not allowed to read it again.
Oh.
Well, that sucks. Did we take a screenshot of it? No.
No.
Wow. Okay.
He did 95% penalty in Justice for All circus case when he claimed he hides the murder weapon.
Oh, that's it for Acro hiding the bust under the
wheelchair.
Under the wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's game
That's Justice for All, so that's 2.
2. Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew it was game 2.
Yeah.
I just had which case mixed up.
Imagine sitting in court with a murder weapon just sitting between your legs and
Yeah!
you can see it.
Because you've got a big because you've got a big blankie over you. Nobody sees. Max's beautiful bust indeed. Good old Billy Bob.
I was gonna say you mean Billy Bob. Billy Bob's bust.
BBB. What size bust is a triple B? Like a D?
Probably not even.
A high C. Anyway, I think it has to be this one.
Well, what else do we have? Yeah, see, we don't have a way to prove that this is his, do we?
No. Go with the letter. Go with the letter from Misham.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking through. Yeah, literally don't have anything. So, A?
Oh,
No.
we're in the court record. Hold on.
Oh.
Because we were looking. Very well. Present your evidence, Mr. Justice. Show us the link between our witnesses and Drew Misham.
Ah, there we go. Oh!
This evidence proves there's a link.
High C for circus. But it was Big Berry.
The Big Berry Circus, yeah. That scrap of paper. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Star Fox. Sorry. I'm afraid I can't let you submit that, Star Fox.
It's evidence and you're on trial right now.
Is there some problem? There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't.
Hey! That's Daddy's handwriting!
God damn it, Trucy! Mr. Wright's handwriting. What is the meaning of this? Ah, I see now. Yes, of course.
Just incriminate Phoenix again.
Oh, what do you mean, of course? I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell. Except I wasn't there. Phoenix Wright. When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail. Mail? You mean this letter was in your cell? No. However, it appears Mr. Wright is yet to be cured of his bad forging habit. Well, if it's a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting's terrible. This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter. Reproduction?
Reproduction. Reproduction.
When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell.
You don't know what that is, do you? Grease 2.
Wasn't what I was thinking though.
Different kind of reproduction though.
Yeah, for some
Science
reason I thought it was repo.
No.
No.
That's repossession.
That's the one I'm thinking of. What is that called? Repo the
Genetic opera.
The genetic opera, that's the one. He brought with him a small video camera. What?
Oh, he got extra forehead crinkles there.
He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin. Also not permissible as evidence, because that's entrapment.
It is.
And the contents of your personal mail. Oh wow, he's super twitchy. Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court.
That's up to judge, and judge
Oh.
is very smart. Look, see, he's all crinkly.
Evidence based on a video a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took. A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery.
You're not in a year where you can claim AI made the video.
No. Prosecutor Gavin. I don't think we've ever seen him shake his fist.
It's only shaking from here, though.
Yeah, just his wrist.
Yeah.
Prosecutor Gavin? As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at the moment.
Or statements, or words in general.
Your Honor, your decision, please. The defense's claim is denied. What?
Watch the video.
Yeah, we've had no problem watching video on repeat for other cases.
Actually bring in a screen and watch the video. There's no denying it. You can't. What?
Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law.
Let us submit the video.
Please remove the defense's evidence from the record. Better luck next time, Justice. Well, we've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination. But the defense appears to be lacking proof. Me when Blue Badger dances in front of the camera. I'm forced to end the cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point.
Apollo, do something!
I'm thinking, but without evidence. I don't have anything I can use on him. Very well. This ends the special witness's cross-examination.
Objection!
Phoenix? No? Oh, okay.
The show's over, yet the crowd screams for more. Only now do I understand why. Prosecutor Gavin. Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years. And I'm tired of the whole useful angst scene. Now's our chance.
Hard to say angst in another accent.
And I'm tired of the whole youthful angst scene. Yeah, the st and the s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet, eh, Christophe? Clavier, you're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah! Spinning out of whose control? Mine or yours? Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor, your fame with the masses. You could lose it all, Clavier.
Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin.
Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember what's really important to you. You amuse me, Herr Forehead. My cousins forget what's really important to me, even if I tried. Huh? In fact, I haven't. Not even once. 7 years ago. Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you, Herr Wright? Yeah, he's definitely an older sprite.
Yeah.
You can tell he's pulled from the other games.
Yeah, because his face is weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't
It's
fit
not
in.
as sculpted as everyone else's.
And his eye is really off. Like it's too down low for them. But you wouldn't notice that on a smaller screen either.
No.
So.
But this is the HD remake. They could have just...
They could have just pulled the one from the other game.
No, they did. That's what I mean. They've pulled this from the original HD trilogy.
Okay.
That's why his face looks kind of melted compared to everyone else.
Yeah. His head also looks too small for his body.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does have, like, a giant yaoi body.
Yeah.
Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call a new witness. State your name and occupation for the record. I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the video several times. Didn't you find anything unnatural about it? Unnatural? Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. And the next moment you call in Drew Masham. It was almost as if...
Your brother gave you Drew Masham.
Almost as if what? Funny. See, he's more... his art is shinier and his features are more defined than Phoenix's. Like, Phoenix's mouth, it just runs from his nose and then across his cheek.
Yeah.
Funny. It didn't even occur to me to wonder. Now that I do, see, there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence. Ah.
Ah, so that's why he's like...
Correct.
That's why he's telling him not to do it, because it'll bring down his reputation as well.
Yeah.
Was that his first case as a prosecutor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine your first case and you get the undefeated Phoenix Wright disbarred. Like, what does that do for you politically?
Yeah.
Correct. I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up with that forged diary page. Don't do this, Clavier. I knew because you told me, Christophe. What?
He didn't pick up on that from that whole exchange.
It was the night before the trial. Clavier. Christophe, odd seeing you at the prosecutor's office the day before the trial. Oh wow.
I forgot his prosecutor's office was just full of guitars.
Yeah. Ah, I won't be appearing in the trial, actually.
His first case was meant to be up against his brother.
Yeah.
That's not allowed.
Huh? Why not? I won't be facing off with you on your first trial, apparently. Conflict of interest or whatever. But in exchange, I brought information. Information? The attorney who'll be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen. I want you to call in a special witness. Then, I wondered about it at the time. How's it Christophe knows so much? Prosecutor Gavin. Christophe, we were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserved that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all your research on the case.
The victim's belongings?
Which would have included Magnafy's diary, wouldn't it? So a defense attorney gave the prosecution all the ammunition they needed.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked.
What's really fucked is if Phoenix hadn't been involved at all, Christophe was going to use that forgery against his own brother.
Yeah. That's... Oh yeah,
in his first ever trial, he was going to discredit him straight
That
away.
is super fucked.
Like... No, you're not going to win.
Mr. Gavin. My Clavier. You disappoint me.
You've met your brother, right? He's in a propaganda band. He loves the law.
You find trees, yet miss the forest. You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin. You can't sweep this under the rug. Not anymore. Tell me what was going on behind that trial. Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do.
I mean, he's already in jail for murder.
I see no harm in a little reminiscing.
Apollo.
I think we're finally going to shine a light on all the black... Oh, what the... I think we're finally going to shine a light on the black belly of this thing, Trucy. We've done everything we could. I hope it's enough.